Mr. Palmer, I just want to get you to expand upon, please, and you've touched upon it, but on page 3 of your submission down the bottom, you said that General Motors Holden and General Motors applied unconscionable pressure on you to accept their unfair offer. Can you expand upon the pressure that General Motors put on you and your business to accept this offer, please?
Absolutely. It's the offer. First of all, we were told that we were going to get a transition manager, Holden transition manager, to basically come up and meet with us and discuss the package. I've never probably seen a less professional document in all my life. There was no letterhead on it. There was no company name on it. There was no formula for the amount of money. It was basically just a manila folder with 3 pieces of A4 paper that eventually said, this is the amount that you're going to receive should you accept that offer, and there's a place for my signature. As time went on, I emailed Holden and said, you've got to remember, and I've spoken to the previous senator about this, you've got to remember this is the only place I've worked, and I've had a fair bit of experience. I'll blow out 40 candles in January of the amount of time that I've spent here at this dealership. So I have a bit of an idea and a bit of experience of how car companies work and how General Motors works, the one that we've had the longest. And you do tend to just get a feel for things. So I wrote to Holden and I said, I'll tell you what I consider now is the offer is unfair. We've never been given an opportunity to negotiate on it. You will now use COVID-19 as an excuse to put pressure on dealers and fasten our decision-making process up. And within a week, we got a letter from Holden, General Motors Holden, saying, due to COVID-19, even though we're under severe financial pressure, we still want to abide by and stick to our original offer. In other words, we're not going to reduce it. That's very generous of us. Unfortunately, now instead of one payment, it's going to be broken up into 2 or 3 separate payments, and we're going to have to put a deadline on it of the 30th of June. And I think the offer was at the end of May 1st, and then it was extended till the 30th of June. Senator.
Okay. Thank you. I might go to Mr. Crennan. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Considering you're also, both witnesses have had immense involvement with Holden over many decades, and with a family, in your case, Mr. Crennan, going back almost a century. The position that's been put to me by a number of dealers is that they didn't want a special deal, they just wanted a fair deal. I just want you to sort of confirm that, in your view, considering your involvement with Holden and General Motors over many decades, of why you think that the deal was not fair for Holden dealers, and probably expand upon the broader, what I call the broader Holden community as such, which you did go into some detail in your submission about.
Yeah, well, look, my submission noted that I didn't want to make the comment in respect to the compensation package, because I felt you had to be across that to really be able to make a genuinely constructive remark on that. So I want to stay away from that. I will say this, though, that I used to always say about General Motors, they can be hard, they can be tough, they can be strong, but fundamentally they're always there, and their punches are always above the belt. The only comment that I would make, and I made it in my submission, is that I think the dealers have got the rough end of things in respect to the compensation, by way of the fact that whatever it was done in terms of calculations, due to no fault of the dealers, from the time the announcement was made at the end of 2013 for the closure the plant that was going to be coming up in 2017, I believe there was an incredible level of mismanagement by General Motors of the brand and the way they ran things. There's no excuse for market share dropping below 10%, and that cost the dealers a throughput of 188,000 cars. If I was sitting on the board at General Motors, I would first and foremost be wanting to recognise the fact that there was 188,000 cars that went to competition that should not have, and I believe it was really as a consequence of the leadership aspects of the way the business was run.
Okay, thank you. The chair's giving me the nod to hand over, so I will do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Senator Faruqi,